Okay, I'm back. Jason Callan trolls, stay the hell off my channel. I just left him a message. I've said nothing but nice things about you. And now we have the pervert Casio. He comes in and says crap about me. He's a convicted child molester. I'm nothing but a con man. What kind of crap is that? It may be time to end this channel. When I get on and immediately get two guys, I welcome them, and they start, Jason Callan, you don't deserve donations. I just looked at Jason Callan. He's eating a chicken stick. Now, I will say one thing about Jason Callan. I looked at his latest video. He's lost a lot of weight. Maybe his doctors told him he got to stop eating all this crap. He looks good. I have no ill will toward him, but I don't know why these trolls won't leave me the hell alone. And I keep recording Casio. I got news, Mr. Casio, Mr. Robert Robinson III. When we get a car, I am driving with Kathy to YouTube headquarters. And both of us are going to file a formal complaint against Mr. Robert Robinson III for constant harassment. But Apple told me after hard driving this Macbook is eventually going to die. It needs to be wiped out and backed up and started over or replaced. The guys, I don't have a backup computer, none of them in the box. So, if people don't want to support the channel financially, there's no point of doing this anymore. Now, it's no fun for me anymore. There's no point of doing this anymore. I don't troll other people. I don't attack them unless they attack me. I attack them in self-defense. I go to channels I like Lucky Trails and Sheba Muffy and etc. and Ron's Family Homestead, good, decent people who do not attack other people. I get abuse from people I've never even heard of or seen or don't know anything about. And obviously, I am way past tired of it and do not deserve it. I just got my cat food ordered. I opened the box. Now, most of the cans are really dented, and some of them are open. I can't feed them open cans and be exposed to the heat. This happens with every order from Chewy. They send me new cat food, but it's really hard to stack dented cans too. I mean, this one's really crushed. Well, there goes the light. This came off the sticky part. The sticky part came off the light. I have to jury rig stuff, so I have a camera light. I don't have time to do stuff or fix stuff or whatever. I'm not a rich man by any means. Others doing paranormal videos have made money. I'm not. Now, I could sit there and take my shirt off and pour water all over me and get probably 500,000 views. I'm not going to expose myself, make myself look ridiculous. Kathy wouldn't like it. So, out of the other side, Cracker Barrel extra sharp cheddar cheese in these. Everything I buy costs me money. 4 metal dishes for the outdoor cats, $1 a piece. No one's buying me cat dishes, cat food, cat litter, cat box on toys, catnip. Other people have cats, they get stuff sent them on a regular basis. I get nothing. If I need a new charger for my iPad, I gotta go to the Apple Store or get it on eBay. Anybody send me one or send me the money? Well, you don't need a new charger, you need a new charging cable, your light's broken, your charging brick for your MacBook is stopped working or the cable broke. Do I get any of that? Nope. I got an Amazon wish list. The only person that sends me anything is Cindy. Actually, not Cindy, Cindy's cat. My iPad got stolen a year ago in June. Did anybody send me donations to buy a new iPad? No, and hell no. Oh, we're sorry your iPad got stolen. Didn't help me do videos. And this iPad, the screen was cracked. I couldn't do a single video on this for about 2 months. And it's not Wi-Fi. I can't take that anywhere and do a live video because I don't have the $75 a month to spare. That order of cat food over there, and cat box liners, and the little things of catnip, and the big bag of Good Life cost me $81. One's paying for that but me. And some claim that some of my subscribers are fake. All I know is when I started on YouTube, I got to about 250 subscribers. When I went on coast to coast, it went to about 500, and then shot up to 800. And then when I told people I needed 1,100 subscribers, I wouldn't be monetized anymore, that's when it jumped over 1,000. So they're going to fake them on their own and care. But almost every channel I look at, people get supported. I don't. I'm tired of lack of support. Saying that we love your videos is nice. It's financial support I need to get new equipment. And Raymond, you said the comment, you agreed with Cutie Pie. And that was nice, but nobody is sending me any money to buy newer stuff. I've got a 2005 Mac Mini in there, $45. The studio display, $35. It cost me a $75 ticket because I couldn't read my BART ticket. I'm carrying this TV monitor and a cop stopped me at the BART station. I have to have a BART ticket. I couldn't read the BART ticket. There was nothing printed on it. I didn't know what to do. I had to get home. I had no money on me. So I got to go to court and fight the ticket. I'll pay it if I have to. But I can't see it. This is my rent money order. Little tiny print on it, I can't read. Tiny print on a BART ticket, I can't read. The rent gets paid on Monday. This adapter is $20. No one bought it for me. I had to go down to the Apple Store and buy it. Any software I get, I gotta buy it. Any hardware I get, I gotta buy it. Yet I get complaints, we can't hear your videos. We can't see your videos. Yet I'm running a 9-year-old dinosaur. that screwed up the other night. I had 2 live streams going. That's never happened. This is a set of battery operated speakers that still works, but I bought it. Oh, it's stuff floating. I need new bins. I got stuff floating all over my apartment. I know where to put it. So if I don't start getting support soon, and I get people saying, oh, I can't afford to help you, I ask for $1 a month for each subscriber. There's no point in doing this anymore. When this MacBook dies, if the hard drive dies, I don't have $350 or $500 or $800. There's no point of putting an $800 2 terabyte hard drive in a 9-year-old Mac. I could add memory to this, put a new hard drive in. I still need to replace the keyboard. That's $99. Plus the keys are getting very dirty food. And I have to replace the upper case because it's cracked. The side case is cracked. It all costs money that I don't have. On the 2010 Mac that's sitting on my bedroom floor, that's dead because the hard drive died, to fix that is $250. And I need a newer Mac for one reason, and it drives me crazy. I can't get it for birthday. I have an Apple TV. I cannot stream my music from my Mac. There was a lot of music on there. It's probably all gone now. A lot of old Art Bell shows. It's probably all gone now. I backed some of them up at portable hard drive. But because it was a 2010 iMac, it's a year too old to talk to the Apple TV. So I can't stream audio or podcast to my Apple TV. And there's no guarantee the 2005 Mac will work with any version of Firefox with Safari that's out there. Because frequently, even on this thing, your browser is not supported because your stuff is too old. By now, after 7 years, I should have a lot more views than I've got. I should have a lot more subscribers than I've got. And I should have financial support, which I'm not getting. So, the Mac apocalypse is at hand. They start helping me, and the channel is over. When the hard drive dies, I'm not going to spend money. Oh, I'll spend money to fix this MacBook my own self. At that point, no one helps me. I'm not going to do YouTube videos anymore. I got things, except that it's so hot in here during the day, I can't do much of anything but sit and sweat. There are other things I could be doing rather than spending money on repairing older empty. Except my Apple II. At least they give me pleasure, and I'm relearning how to do things on it. And then there's things like this, which is this stack of stuff. I don't know if it works or not. I'll have to try it out. Apple II, E, 2C, and 2GS. Wait, no, it is. Apple 2C, 2E, and 2C Plus system disk, but not the 2GS, which is what I need. As for the commercials, have they paid you? Yeah, they gave me $100. That's all I've made off of YouTube in 7 years. I don't even get any money from Freedom anymore. I don't know what happened to Freedom. So I was getting monthly payments from Freedom, but they were always 2 or 3 months at a time. I'm not making a dime off of you. And then I get people tell me, oh, I've got ad blocker on, which is like putting a gun to my head, because it means I don't make any money if you watch my videos. Because the only way you get paid on YouTube, unless someone sends you gift cards or cash, is you get paid for ad revenue through AdSense. You don't watch a video, there's no pay. And you only get $910 a month. Let's figure out what I actually have. I have to round off my internet bill because I don't remember the exact amount. Now, I don't add anything to the rent. I always add $25 for $20. This month, I only added $20. So let's take the $20 off. All right, I have $668.40 to live on every month. No, Super Chat paid me $100. That's all I've ever made in 7 years of YouTube. It's $100. $668.40. That's before I feed the cats, do laundry, buy a bus pass, and they're getting rid of that on the 28th of August. They want you to pay $2.50 a day for the bus. Guess who's not taking the bus lot? That's in 30 days. That's $75 a month. They have a pass that is system-wide for County Connection, Tri-Belleville Transit, some other trends, and it's $60 for the save. But I may as well buy one of those. But I don't ride a bus enough to pay for it. And they got rid of the 3 going to Walmart, which is rely on my cat food, my cat box liners, food, cleaning supplies. They now put it on the 28th, and it takes 2 hours to go up to Walmart, and I have to sit there and wait in the heat for 2 hours for the bus to come back. This is why I want a car. Then the other complaint, we can't hear your videos. The sound is too crappy. There's a $60 microphone. I don't know where I put the cable. I can't see it. And the other problem is I can't remember where I put it. And when I had this plugged in the MacBook, then they complained, it's got reverberation and feedback. It's too loud. So no matter what I do, I can't win. And I'm tired of not winning. Well, they haven't changed their fares in 10 years. I can't blame them for raising the fares, but it hurts people on low income. And I'm on low income. I cannot work. I've got too much wrong with me. And then you got jerks like Robert Robinson III calling me a con man. Who am I conning? I told people I'd go to Alien Con. I went to Alien Con. It did not work out like I wanted. It kind of sucked. But I went to Alien Con. Now, if I had the iPad, Wi-Fi, by the way, I've been reading this. P.T. Barnum, a real showman. He got people to finance him when he had no money. I can't get that. No, I don't like the haters coming here and giving me crap about Jason Cowan. How's that? I have no issue with Jason Cowan. I've said nothing but nice things. I don't give a damn about the channel. I don't watch it. I looked at it tonight, looked at the video. He's eating a chewy chicken stick. But he's lost a ton of weight. He's thinner than I am now. Thank you, Jamie. Thank you. I really appreciate it. But thank you for the $14.99. Now, the problem is I'd rather you send it to me directly because they take a cut, skim it off the top, and then it can work. My keyboard, that's another thing. I am so tired of this keyboard. It's falling on my feet. And it hurts. Send it to me there because I get all the money. So thank you very much. Now we're going to have issues with this boy. He donates and is a Bernie for 2020. Well, I'm a Trump guy, so we'd have a problem. And you are not going to give free Medicare at all because not enough money to pay for it. It's just like giving somebody 40 acres and a mule. Nothing's free in this world. There's no such thing as a free lunch. And stop. Except in the soup kitchen. But I guess ultimately someone pays for that free lunch. Someone brings in that food and has to create the food and the bread they give away and the fruit and the other stuff. Nothing's free. In a perfect world, we'd have a certain percentage of income that people would feel obligated to put aside for the less fortunate. And I'm not talking about for the homeless, for the aged, the blind, the disabled, the veterans, homeless veterans, homeless dogs and cats. Welcome, Takatuna. My health's pretty good, except for my stupid constant, sorry about that, sinus infections, which will never go away till I move because I'm allergic to grass. Now, the thing that's odd, the minute I get off the bus in Pleasant Hill, Walnut Creek, I'm fine. The minute I get off the bus here, my nose starts running, I start coughing, I start gagging, I start sneezing. I'm miserable. I'm allergic to something here that's grass. There are some trees I'm allergic to, eucalyptus and some kind of white flowering tree. But I got to move from here because it's almost killed me. I do need to lose weight. I eat a lot of junk. I don't eat junk when I'm nervous. Going to Kathy's made me nervous. I don't like walking not 2.9 miles, but 2.6 miles in the heat, pushing a shopping cart. Another thing disappointing. I thought the crow was very cute. He got like 18 views. I don't know what to do to get views on the channel. What do? Take my shirt off? Go naked? I mean, and views are not necessarily an indicator of success. I looked at the guy Francis, who I don't know if he's still doing videos, but he was a morbidly obese guy, really fat, drank Mountain Dew. He dove backwards into a pool. His male breasts were hanging down hugely. He had folds of fat on his arms. He got 8 million views or something like that. Presumably he got a lot of money. Then he came on later and said, I've lost weight. I looked at the picture where he lost weight. I hadn't lost a lot of weight. Doesn't look that much different. Then he said the whole channel of his was an act. He never got married, or he got married and got divorced. I don't remember exactly. He was in character. Now, why I can do characters and voices, 99.99% of what I do is me. I'm not faking it. But there he is. There he is. Abram. Now, I got to applaud Abram. Zeke. What's his name? I still got this problem pronouncing his name. But without him, and the help of others, but consistently him, he has fed the kitties. He has given me $20 out of his pocket to feed the kitties. Well, I've told a lot of stories. They don't get views either. Maybe I should lie. How I killed Kathy. That's another. Robert Robinson, I beat my girlfriend. That came from one video where she said when we were fighting, and there was more occasion of her fighting with me, I'm sitting there, oh God, I wish she'd shut up. I'd like to kill her. Because it went on for an hour. And you're trapped in the car. You can't go anywhere. I went to Napa to film the Imperial Canyon earthquake damage. And I don't have a driver's license because some moron in the DMV overheard me. And I'll show you exactly where. God damn, that one slid off one can and landed exactly perfectly on the other can. All right. Now you're going to get George Senda cheesecake here. So they don't fall off the chair. Right here, periodically, the sciatic nerve makes this area feel like something's stabbing it. And years ago, I was using an X-Acto knife to cut off the plastic of a model I was building, and my hand slipped. And it cut my leg open, and it bled like the son of a bitch. I went to the hospital. They didn't stitch it. They crazy glued it. And I think the nerves were cut. And one problem with Now this is turning into a story. One problem in my back, there are 3 crushed discs and 1 bulging disc. And they're at the base of the spine. The spine presses on the disc presses on the sciatic nerve. The sciatic nerve causes pain in my leg. So when I went to the DMV years ago with Kathy, I'm standing in line, and I said, it hurt so bad I thought I had an effing stroke. You know the F word. The clerk overheard me and went, applicant says he had stroke. This stupid woman reports it to the medical department of the DMV, and they suspend my license for I had a stroke, which I never had. And I've been fighting ever since. So, thank you, Alvin. I appreciate it. Well, I've been hearing about, to digress for a moment, I've been hearing Medi-Cal for all. It's free health care for everybody. So I'll have to look into that. I have not been looking into it. I've been running around the heat pushing shopping carts. Excuse me. That's my back talk. I didn't like running around the heat yesterday with shopping carts, and also when I have to carry cat food in my backpack, it kills my back. And everything presses on the spine, and that presses on the base of the spine. That makes the feet go down, the back start hurting, and the muscles here and here start hurting like that, and hurt for days. And the last time I did it, it hurt for about a week. I hate not having a car. I hate not being able to drive a car. I like driving a car. Then my doctor, my regular doctor, says, we're not going to sign the paperwork, give you your license back. Everything else about you is okay. You can drive. We're about your vision. So I have an ophthalmologist who screwed my vision up by changing surgeons, and I'm not allowed to drive until I fix my eyes. And they're not doing anything. I lost my temper at my regular doctor and hurt her feelings. I got to apologize to her. But I said, damn doctors. And I made a mistake including her in it. I hurt her feelings. Repeating myself, but I feel very guilty about it. I got a bad knee, never operated on. I got a bad left knee, never operated on. I got a bad ankle, never operated on. I got a back they won't operate on. And I'm going, why the hell am I going to doctors? And I have to keep trying. From happy birthday? Okay. Yeah, happy birthday. See. So, Belarus. I vaguely in the back of my brain know where Belarus is. I know what it used to be, but I can't remember what it used to be. Used to have different names years ago. Welcome. Long way away. Somewhere near either Russia or the Ukraine or the Balkans. I can't remember. And the problem is being old school. I think of Belarus as a giant planet heading toward the Earth when worlds collide. Russia and Poland, thank you. See, the problem is all my atlases and almanacs are over there and I have to dig them out. So, oh, well, you like me blocked? I can block you. This is a conservative channel. No, I'm not going to do that unless you're being a total jerk, or as we say in Pittsburgh, or jag off. Uh, you know, I'm former Beulah, Russia. Beulah? They had someone named Beulah in Russia. I thought Beulah were old mammies and old movies or something, or old maids, black maids with a Beulah, always called Beulah. Anyway, another old school, more movie. A broke ass student. Yeah, I've been a broke ass student before. I know how it is. Thank you anyway. Thank you for watching Mexico. I've never been to Tijuana. I've heard horror stories about Tijuana. You get mugged when you cross the border, and you take Uber, they steal all your money. They steal the cab. I'm being facetious, but I don't know about Tijuana. But I want to go. I'm probably not going to live that long, have that kind of money. I'd like to go back to Lithuania, but they won't let Americans in some cases. So Yeah, I know they were part of the CCCP, but uh, what they were when they were, is I can't remember. That's the problem. There's a lot of stuff that used to be Russian. There's a lot of stuff that Putin would like to be Russian again. He didn't like the fact the satellite states and the autonomous republics broke off and became independent. And that's part of the reason why he ripped off half the Ukraine illegally. Boy, old Soviet electronics. Well, that's a whole nother title. Yeah, the KGB has another name though. I like looking at old electronic stuff, but American stuff, I haven't looked at much Soviet stuff. Although they tend to be huge. Old electronic. I'm talking stuff in the 50s and maybe 60s. Electronica, yeah. That's the problem I have with Mexico. It's very sad. When and don't quote me, PRC, I think it was, when they finally voted them out, I thought it might have been a new dawning for Mexico. They got a new leader after having the same party in power for years. And it's gotten worse for the average person out there. You got a country when you're beheading people and shooting people and everything else. It's terrible. No one should live like that. And I watched this video. It was fiction, but they were in Nigeria, the new leader of Nigeria, and they said they overthrew the guy because he raised the minimum wage from 39 cents an hour to $1. And well, obviously now we've been taken over by Russian electronics here, and I know little about Russian electronics. Only thing I know about electronic old stuff is it was all tubes. I never forgot there's a store in Sausalito, and it's gone now. And I had a tube. I bought a tube actually. It cost me $30. The tube was that big. A tank tube. Came out of a tank radio. The vacuum tube. That's what you had in the 50s. Giant vacuum tube. Ha! Something I know about. But hold on. I'm moving the MacBook now. Nope, that won't reach. Anyway, sitting over there is a 2C. Sitting over there is a 2GS, a 2E, a 2 Plus, an integer-based Apple. So I got 5 apples. Maybe 6. I love Apple seed stuff. Yellow. No. They were in the closet for 10 years, and I liked to play with them. I had a chance. I was trying to buy another 2C. I want to have backups in case one dies. The biggest problem with Apples is the power supply. Now, there's a new power supply coming out for everything but the 2C. It'll be in November, $129, and it's pretty much it's got regular plugins. I don't know how to describe it, but it will not not to have a problem with capacitors burning out or melting, and you'll be able to say you won't have your GS die. So my worry is this MacBook will die. I should record. I'll probably get a copyright strike. I should record the M5. This unit must die from Star Trek, original Star Trek. Yeah, I don't have that yet. I want it. It's on the list of things to do. Thank you, Taciturna. I have a good night if it's not 90 degrees all day in here. There's a nice there's a nice breeze finally coming in off the bay. When it gets dark and the breeze is out there, but it doesn't come into this apartment. I need a giant air blower to suck air in here. I'm motivated to do more videos. It's the thing that nobody's supporting me money wise, so I can get a better computer. Now I'm gonna have to look up electronics. Only thing I know that the Soviets made was the Moskva. It was a really crappy car. And I think there was a Pagoda too, but don't. Yeah, floppy emu. But the problem is, you look on eBay for those little tiny card. It fits in your GS. It will fit. It will emulate a. It will emulate a Nintendo 3DS. It will emulate an Amigo. Do all kinds of fascinating things. But $75 to $125. I don't have that kind of money. I mean, I'll be honest with you. The keyboard, which is buried in here somewhere, I don't know where I put it, and I've got all this debris all over the floor. The keyboard, I have nowhere to put the stuff. It's stacked and it keeps falling on the floor. The keyboard for this costs me money. To put it in would be $100. I got to replace the keyboard because the keys are bad. The case here is cracked here. It's broken here. That costs me. Everything costs me. I would love to have the floppy I keep wanting to say emu and having trouble with it. You can put that in a GS or 2E and use it as a hard drive and emulate it. Yeah, it's a good investment if you have the money to buy it. Thanks to Wells Fargo Bank screwing me out of $454, I'm having trouble with my bills this month. I won't next week. Night, Joe. Pet the baby for me. Pet the kitty. By the way, a little bit of Kathy news. After I held Cleo, not Chloe, I keep saying Chloe, Cleo and Caesar, they went in the closet, and today they came out and both of them were insisting. Here's another problem. This Mac can't connect to iCloud because there's a problem with faulty2013 at gmail.com. Open iCloud preferences to fix this problem. I've done that. It won't stop popping up. Anyway, now they both went petting at the same time. Kathy complains, I can't play my Pokemon. I can't read a book. They both went petting. What do you do with two cats who went petting at the same time? You pet both of them. You pet the babies. You put the machine down. You put the book down. The cats are priority one. I have been on Patreon. I had videos where I was getting 200, 300, 400 people watching me. I have been unable. I had one guy say he would do a video and he would pay me. If I did a video, he would pay me. He never did. No one paid me on Patreon. No backers came in. I see a guy on there with a beard. He gets 28,000 views and money just pours in. There's got to be a secret. I don't know what it is. And one of my complaints, now I'm not picking on you, gaming. Everybody makes suggestions what I should do. But not one person's ever come over here, knocked on the door, or sent me an email. Hey George, can I come over and help you out and show you how to do this? There's a guy on this channel who's coming to chat. He says he's in Benicia. It's literally right across the bridge. Now, I'm not in Pittsburgh. I'm in California. I'm the guy from Pittsburgh. I'm born and raised in Pittsburgh. Not all my life, but that's home. I'm 33 miles east, I think it's east, of San Francisco. And soon I'll have a new shirt coming out. That's coming. I got to talk to the guy who designed it because I want this to my 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 subscribers. I want to be able to sell the shirts on my shirt page. And I thought we had an understanding on that. And he goes, "I've never even talked to you." And yet I talked to somebody on the phone for like an hour and a half. And he says I never called him on the phone, which is weird. Yeah, the only problem is I can't hook up the GS and the 2.8 at the same time. They're both hooked up to my Sony Bravia, my 48-inch Sony HD TV. And there is a new HD card coming out in November where you'll be able to have HD on your Apple TV, Apple 2 Plus, and Apple 2 GS. $129. So, you send the guy the email. You look on the Canvas Fest. I left the link. Canvas Fest videos, which used to be Apple Fest. Stupid name change. And you order it. They'll give you HD television on your Apple II, which is really cool. My problem is room. What I really want to do is move, get enough money to move, buy land, build a house, and have my Apple II room or my gaming room. Get me a couple of arcade games, one pinball game, doing Kathy and stuff, and set up all my computers. I don't want to go to Wisconsin. What would I do in Wisconsin? There's snow there and cheese. And the Packers. I'm a Steelers fan. Ain't going to Cheeseheadville. I might go to Milwaukee because they got good German food there, maybe, but I don't drink much beer. I wanted to go to Nevada because there's no income tax. And I have other plans. I'm starting a company. I'm not going to announce what that is until I have the LEC and the trademark. My trademark, the guy from Pittsburgh got ripped off because I'm poor and don't have $400 to register. The next one I do, it will be registered. It will be registered in California. It will be registered with the federal government. It will be registered with Arizona. I will not tell anybody what it is. And I have something else in it. But everything takes money and time. And I'm now officially a minister, which is a whole nother. Not a Christian ministry. Well, they've always had sales tax. And the income tax is limited. I think you're somewhat mistaken about that. But remember, there's been an influx of liberals in the state. When you have liberals and illegal aliens, they want more services, and you got to pay for it somehow. And gambling is not what it once was. Gambling used to be the cash cow for Nevada. But when the Bush recession hit, the gaming industry went. Now, let me look that up because I think you may be in error. You know they have sales tax. By the way, it used to be back in the day, you could drive to Nevada and buy something at Circuit City and save on the sales tax. I'm looking at, forgot, my X doesn't work either. 7 states forego income taxes. Alaska, Florida, Nevada, South Dakota, Texas, Washington, and Wyoming. Residents of New Hampshire and Tennessee are spared from handing over an extra chunk of their paycheck. They do pay taxes on dividends and incomes from investments. So that's as of July 27th. So, Auburn, you're wrong. Well, Jeff Bezos gets millions because of tax breaks. And any business, even Trump does that. Any businessman takes advantage of the tax code. I don't have an issue with that per se because it's going to be done to save you money on federal income tax if you run a business. But it is tacky to have your people starving. I have no respect at all for Jeff Bezos, except that he started Amazon. It's a great company to buy from. But you need to make sure your employees have food and a place to live and you pay them. If I run my company, will never do that. Well, this is America. Anybody can become rich. Some become richer than others. Being rich is not necessarily evil. It's what you do with the money that's the problem. Well, there's things on Amazon I need. There's cat things I can't find on eBay, and don't have a car, so I can't go to the store. There are old paranormal books on eBay and Amazon. They aren't in the store. There is equipment on eBay that I buy, and there's some things I find through videos that are on Amazon that I'd like to buy. And there's a lot of stuff on my watch list, my wish list. So, but you should have a social responsibility, and we hear about that, a lot of that from leftists about being socially responsible, but they never go after a Bezos, a Steve Jobs, a Warren Buffett, Bill Gates, people like that. And I knew Bill at one time. They get a free pass, or the guy that runs Oracle, whose name escapes me. They don't get attacked. But if a Republican does something, a conservative, well, they're storming the gates. I was a low-income wage person, and the problem with raising the wages to $15, I've seen it happen. The employers start cutting hours. I ain't too happy with Hillary either. I would never vote for Hillary Clinton. If she were the last candidate on earth, I'd stay home and play on my Apple too. She's a dangerous woman and a vindictive. But the thing is that when they raise wages, the other thing is prices go up. Now, when I was in Pittsburgh yesterday, I bought 2 tacos at Jack in the Box for $1.29 and the little salad. I think I paid $3. The Jack in the Box here, before they remodeled it, they jacked the 2 tacos up from 99 cents to $1.50. And when I go into PetSmart, I see organic cat litter, not cat litter, catnip, ranging from $5 to $15 when it used to be $2.99. That's because everybody's wages are getting raised. But the people on fixed income like me, we don't have that option, and they won't let us make money. If you make money on Social Security disability, they penalize you. If you make money on Social Security, they penalize you. They shouldn't. They want you to go back to work. You're not allowed to have. I'm not allowed to have more than $2,000 in the bank. I'm not allowed to have life insurance. I'm not own. It's oddly. I asked them, "Can I own a house?" They said yes. So I can own land and build a house. I can have a car of any value. If someone tonight donates me an Aston Martin DB8, I'm allowed to own it. But if I sell it, I have to spend every dollar except $2,000. I'm not allowed to keep the money. And so they make it very hard to get off disability. I'm trying to get off disability. I don't like the restrictions. I have to, there's a packet here. Living in this public housing here, I have to fill all this BS out every year and prove my income. And they check all my bank statements and all that stuff. I hate it. I'd like to make money. Well, the problem is the rich hire the lawyers, and the rich donate the money to elect the people in Washington that keep passing these laws. But the rich are not at fault totally in this. The sheeple keep re-electing these guys. Dianne Feinstein, Hillary Clinton, she was a senator. Barbara Boxer, the insane Maxine Waters, Debbie Wasserman Schultz, and then there are Paul Ryan on the Republican side, and John Boehner, and people like that. They keep, and Mitch McConnell, they keep re-electing these people for 30, 20, 15 years, over and over. They never bring in new people. I'm progressive on marijuana. I'm progressive on keeping the government out of your lives. I'm progressive on prostitution. I think that unless the people are ripping the customer off, it should not be a crime at all. It's consenting adult thing. I'm not into child prostitution or child molesting. That's wrong. They should be prosecuted. Or human trafficking. I've said this before. I'll say it again. But the government interferes too much in our lives. This is what Trump is trying to get rid of, and they hate him for it. North Korea broadcasting. Hello, I am Chairman Guy from Pittsburgh. Visit beautiful Pyongyang. See the missiles gleaming in the sun. Aim towards Seoul. See the marching of the troops, goose-stepping their way into your hearts. Come on down. We got wonderful hotels. No beds, no sheets, no blankets, no food. But you'll have a good time. Don't say about the regime, and don't steal any posters off the wall. But come to beautiful downtown Pyongyang, North Korea. You'll love it. Oh God, yeah, that Robert Robinson, he loves North Korea. I vote to send him there for good. See him talk crap against North Korea. He'd be in jail for fast for a work camp to make his head spin. There's Fluffy. Fluffy the cat is in the building. Hello, Whitney. Fluffy. Well, Fluffy is in the building. You know, I don't say we're all on the same side because there are crazed ultra leftists who advocate killing Trump supporters. When I grew up, you could have a Democrat and Republican in the same room, and they got along. Now the other side wants to kill us. We're not sitting there going, oh, you're like Bernie, huh? Get a rope. Get a gun. Yep. The fastest cat in Martinez is Fluffy the cat when I try to catch him and hug him. I don't want that party in power because they're too extreme. If you have a party that has a rancher and it rains and a pond forms, they claim it's wetlands. You can't build anything there. I don't know what the walkaway movement is. I petted one dog once that bit me. My whole life. Who's your dog like? I take care of it. But advocating the assassination of the president because you don't agree with him is something you don't believe in. Would have been unheard of when I grew up. Now, there are a few people I've met locking up a loon like Maxine Waters who said the missiles will be flying and Trump was going to start nuclear war. Trump stopped a potential nuclear war. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I want it for everybody in this country to have either a job or an income, to have health care, to have medication, not to pay extra, and have your medication denied like I do all the time. I went into the soup kitchen and they were trying to sell Anthem. I hate Anthem. They always denying me and Kathy medication and our doctors said because they don't want to pay for it. I don't think anybody should be homeless. Some homeless are insane. They want to live on the street. It's stupid. They're usually alcoholics who are burnt out on drugs. I didn't want Obama dead. I wanted him to have laryngitis. That's all. I wanted him to shut up. And there's things that President Trump, I love the guy, but there's things he says that's really stupid. And you go like, what the hell did he go? I hear a speech sometimes. He said something last week that was really bizarre. Said, oh yeah, you have to show ID to buy groceries. I'm like, what? Now I know what he meant. He probably meant you have to show ID to use your credit card. Sometimes. A lot of places are not requiring you to show your ID. Maybe that's what he meant. But who knows? But then we had George Herbert Walker Bush. He has servants. He lives a pampered life. I have it sitting on my arm. It's starting to And he went to a supermarket on tour during one campaign. And he literally did not know how to buy groceries. That's kind of sad. Well, the problem, I'm not sure if we're talking about Obama or George Herbert Walker Bush, but the problem with some of these people, they think they are all, that's what Rush talks about all the time. They think they're better than we are, smarter than we are, and we're too stupid to govern ourselves. We're too stupid to decide how to vote. Oh yeah, Trump said that. I know what he means. He's being sarcastic. He's talking about the swampers. He's talking about the Democrats. He's talking about people in the Republicans that are anti-Trumpers. They think they know better how to run our lives. And they want to tell us how to run our lives. I think anybody who wants a gun, if they're not mentally ill, and even if they have a criminal record, if they have done their time, have been pardoned, and have lived an exemplary life since and need it for defense, should have a gun. But the left goes crazy about guns. Yes, I know Trump has threats against him, and George Bush had threats against him. And I have to correct you on Obama. I remember the figure, I think it was 54 people arrested. They were heading to Washington, D.C., or they were threatening to kill Obama. He had his troops too. But this irrational thing killed Trump. The New Yorker had a cartoon on its front page, and they said it was dramatic license or some BS like that, where Trump was on the escalator where he announced for president, but he was face down, and his red tie was made to look like he was bleeding. That's uncalled for. But they free press, we can do what we want. This is a satire. I think Trump is a very good man. I think he looked at how things were probably 20 or 30 years ago and said, "This is getting out of hand, and if I ever have power to do something, I'm going to do something about it." They even criticize him. I read an article. I don't remember the details. It was a very long article on a leftist site, CNN or PBS. How he owns a golf club in Scotland, and they criticize him for paying $200 million to improve the golf course, and he gave people jobs. And he said the Scottish hate him, and they have issues with him. And he's shown out $200 million of his money to improve the golf course, and the golf course was falling apart and dilapidated when he bought it. It was about to close. And I forget the name of it, Marlboro or something like that. But I'm terrible at names. I know where I am, but I'm terrible at street names and place names. But when I saw Railroad Avenue, I knew exactly where I was Friday. Called Kathy from the bank, and I said, "You go by the Starbucks? Yeah, go down here and go by the Starbucks." And go. Okay, here I am. And I'm going like, if the guy wants to spend 200 million or 2 billion to improve a golf course so people can golf and have a good place to stay, what the hell is it to you? Well, I don't think your voting rights should be taken away at all if you're a criminal, because you're a criminal doesn't mean you suddenly become an unperson. The same with guns. I got arrested. I haven't been in trouble in years. I got probation. I didn't go to prison. I did stupid things when I was young. It's 40. I don't think, 41 years ago, and the other one was 48 years ago. And do you pay for that for life? I've never shot anybody. I wouldn't shoot anybody except in self-defense. I wouldn't got to hunt deer. Harbin's a big hunter here. Deer come up to me, want petting and want to eat out of my hand. And horses, and geese, and ducks, and cats, and dogs, and birds. And mountain lions. I've actually had all those animals come up to me and want petting or want food. I can't shoot them. Fifth Avenue where? I know the candy bar, and I've been to Fifth Avenue, New York, where my mother worked for Mr. Desmond. But now, I've had venison chili, but I didn't make it. I would feel very guilty cutting up the deer to eat him, or her, or whatever they. I don't know if they eat female deers or not. That one's kind of kinky. I like animals too much. That doesn't mean I must go all vegetarian either, or vegan, or whatever the hell it is. I'm very confused now what this conversation is going. And I'll be honest, when I eat all vegetables, I wind up going to the bathroom a lot. And I don't like going to the bathroom a lot. It goes right through me. I need meat. And I don't like the crazy vegans who show up at fishing tournaments and, animals have rights. Animals feel pain. I'm sorry. I looked at tilapia on Safeway yesterday. It was $6.99 a pound. That stuff's good. And if I want to eat some fish, I'm going to eat some fish. And if you don't like it, PETA, go take a cucumber and put it in your ear, in your nose. But don't stop me from eating chicken or fish or a steak. It's not that I can't bring myself to shoot a beef. But I will eat a steak, so I don't, feedlots, there's some horrible things that happen in butchery, but I think vegans are just, there's something wrong with them because I've known enough vegans and they are just weird. They're invariably 99.9% liberal or ultra liberal. They want to tell you what to do. And I'm sorry, I'm not eating no damn tofu burger either, or tofu turkey. They would have us eat tofu. I've tried tofu. It tastes horrible. It's nasty. Tonight I made drumsticks with barbecue sauce. I had four of them. That was my lunch. I have some zucchini I have to make. I like zucchini, but I'm not going to eat zucchini 365 days a year. And the other problem with vegans, they're all thin because they're not getting enough. You don't get enough protein from just vegetables. You have to have either meat or vitamins or something. And I'm not talking about you necessarily, Neptune. I see these people; they look like concentration camp survivors. And then they're also with people like they're also groups like Code Pink who are crazy. They picket Marine recruiting officers and harass the military. That's not right either. Go out there, go enlist, and they lose their legs, their arms, and their lives, and you're giving them that. You don't want us in foreign wars? Tell the government to stop. And being from a coal state, Pennsylvania, with West Virginia next door, Obama tried to get rid of all the coal. We still have. I know why he wanted the pollution, but it's also it's control. It's telling people what to do. The other thing is that our plants pollute, but other countries like India and China get no. They don't get called on it when their prevailing winds. The prevailing winds head all their pollution from their industries over to this country, and it winds up around Stockton. Nobody says a damn word. Well, I'm nominally Jewish, and we have kosher laws, ritual laws on how to kill the animal humanely. That's always a word that bothers me. But there used to be things where they'd club the animal over the head with a sledgehammer, and it'd still be alive, and they'd slit its throat and bleed to death. I also don't like taking veal. I don't like taking 70-year-old calves, separating from their mother and fattening them up just so you can have tenderized meat. Yeah, that's the problem. We have too many people up there who control a great deal of the wealth, but they also have the power. George Soros hired protesters to go to Ferguson and Austin on buses, and they rioted and burned. You won't hear about that on CNN, but I saw the videos and I saw the buses. I saw pictures. I did videos. They not live in Ferguson. These people are bussed in to cause trouble. That's one of the biggest criminals out there. He's very good. Now, I got a steak in my icebox right now. Tomorrow I'm going to eat it. I didn't kill the cow or the bull. I'm going to eat it. Not feel guilty at all. I didn't butcher it. One thing Barnum did, he had some buffalo he's exhibiting. He made a whole story about where the buffalo came from Johnson, Fremont. When he was done with the buffalo, he sold part of the herd, and he sold the rest of the buffalo for 50 at the time, which was a lot of money, 50 cents a pound. Yeah. But the problem is Soros has people like Soros, people protect them from any prosecution. Look at Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton should be in the dock right now. I kept waiting for lock her up, and lock her up didn't happen because the FBI and the Justice Department, there are Obama people in there, and anti-Trumpers who are determined not to have Hillary Clinton prosecuted. You excuse me a moment. I have to stand up a minute. This is doing horrible things to me. I got to get up out of it. That's another thing. I would like to give donations to get a better computer chair because this side of this chair dig into my legs. This is not a comfortable chair to sit in. for a long period. Every time I get out of this truck, I've been using the MacBook for a while. I'm in pain. So just one, getting up is fun. Oh, oh, oh. Okay. Oh, it's talking about food. Maybe food. There's my chicken with barbecue sauce. I offer my free thought about goats. Um, well, I am because there's certain products that are inherently dangerous. Now, cigarette smoking causes emphysema, cancer, lung disease, other things. But then you have, let's take a different product, uh, acetone or hydrochloric acid, which is marketed under other names. Very dangerous, can be poisonous. It has a warning label too. Oh, this is empty. Ibuprofen. I'm only keeping it. If I get a big bottle of ibuprofen, carry it in my backpack. It's got a warning label. Of course, we're in California, which is a whole other state of mind, where they warn you about getting cancer in a cup of coffee. Because the chemicals happen during the roasting process. And I'm really going to worry if I have a peach cup of coffee in my apartment or go down to Starbucks. Oh my God, that double latte might give me cancer. They carry it too far. And now their thing is they're against straws. And Santa Barbara has now banned straws because they say that the straws go into the ocean. And yet, some disabled, they got Starbucks to change their mind. We are disabled and we can't drink drinks without a straw. But again, it's telling people what to do. It's more than just telling people what to do. I need to rephrase that. It's taking away free choice. I go to Starbucks get a glass of ice water, ask for a straw. Because every time I take the lid off, I get water all over me. Kathy gets a straw. She can't drink a drink without a straw. You have to accommodate the people that can't. I make fun of it. You're going to have to a straw. I'm none of them. I can drink. But every time I do, I get ice all over me. It dribbles down my shirt. But then they did about styrofoam. You know, I got a styrofoam cup I put in the recycling bin. I don't know if they recycle or not. But that's another thing. They make these facts up. I use the term in quotes. They come up with these things to give a justification for their Nazism, for their taking away free choice. And I am more concerned with the islands of plastic in the ocean. We have great shipping ships that take containers from one country to another. We have whaling ships that kill the whales. We have fishing fleets that denude the fishing population, the fish population. But there's no great ships out there picking up all the plastic that the poor fish and the sea lions and the otters and the seals and the walruses and the penguins and the seabirds are choking to death on. There was an issue of National Geographic that had a seabird, and it was completely caught up in plastic bags, and I rescued it. The birds were landing near a dump, and the dump was full of bags. They were dying from ingesting plastic bags. And yet the solution to that, paper don't cut it, folks. Paper bags, the handles always break, or the bag tears. You can make plastic bags that biodegrade after you throw them away. And that's what you need. Well, look, I eat a little too much processed meat, okay? I have chicken franks and turkey franks and chicken bologna and, all of that stuff because I want a sandwich. I try to get the healthier stuff, sliced turkey. I don't eat salmon. I don't like the taste of it. So, and I'm not sure where the hell the plutonium comes from. Asbestos, every old building, this building's probably got asbestos in it. It was built in the 50s. Anything built before 1960 has probably got asbestos in the walls. I'm not going to worry about it. But remember, Armour and Oscar Mayer and whatever other, whatever other, that thing completely came apart now. Whatever other big meat companies, Zaki Farms, Purdue, even though Frank Purdue is dead. Any of these meat processors are going to get the laws slanted for them. But then no one's gonna go after Oscar Mayer for making a hot dog either. And I go to Top Dog in Berkeley. They have these great Polish dogs, and I put sauerkraut and mustard and ketchup, relish. Every once in a while, a little raw onion. Eat hot dogs. So I don't smoke. I don't chew. I haven't quit chewing. But everything's processed. Hell, I eat chicken. I don't remember what it was Safeway chicken or I bought it at a grocery outlet. I just made chicken. It's probably got stuff in it. If I had to worry about this stuff all the time, I'll go nuts. Oh my God, I can't eat anything. It might make my nose turn long and green and fall off. Or something else fall off. The Friskies, Lucky Farrell says it has byproducts in it. I can't read the label. The Friskies smell. Other cat food don't. I don't use the word frustrated normally. I'm frustrated that I got 1,100 and some subscribers and nobody donates to help me buy a better computer or another iPad. Some jerk that I was involved with said he was going to tell me all stuff about Weatherhead and didn't, and said, I'll send you $13.95 to mail this up. And I haven't had the $13.95 to mail it up. This is going off Monday, but I can't take it anymore. The screen All right, Donald Trump went to Columbus, Ohio. What are you speaking? The screen will shift by itself while I'm typing or while I'm playing a game. It's driving me nuts. The home button. Oh, by the way, this I have two of these. This Magic Mouse was $20. Everything else. I'm frustrated with all the subscribers. All I've asked, very simply, originally was donate enough money to pay my internet bill. I just paid my internet bill. It's $82 and change, so that I'm on the air and so I have the internet. I go nuts with the internet. If we get an EMP pulse and no internet, I'll jump off the balcony. But I would be bored to death. If there's no electricity, I would roast to death in here. There'd be no cats. The cats would die. We'd all starve to death. There'd be nothing to watch. Couldn't play my Blu-ray. I couldn't watch YouTube. I'd go crazy. And there'd be no way for me to get books. I can't order Amazon. The problem, the problem with my going vegan, I'll put it this way: terminal cramps, okay, and raging diarrhea. And I have colon issues that if I eat too much vegetables, I am in agony. It's not going to happen for that reason. I can't handle the pain. Well, it depends. Luke Miani keeps saying he finds MacBooks that can be restored fixed for $300. I never get that book. Let me see what the hell is that. I need at least a 2012 MacBook, not a MacBook Air. One with a working keyboard. I need something that's newer than a 2010 because my Apple TV won't work with it, and I need something where I can put an SSD drive in it, more memory. I always confuse it, a gigabyte or megabytes. Okay, let's see. 20, let's just go 12, and my keyboard will not type the number 2. I don't want a Mac Pro. Now, the guys I met at AlienCon doing the audiovisual said the best MacBooks ever were the 2015, but I'm not being greedy. And Luciani has this fixation on do not buy the MacBook Air. He does like MacBook Pros, but I don't. I like hard drives. I don't like non-hard drives. So let's just go MacBook. And I'll be honest with you, I don't know the difference other than memory and maybe that the hard drives aren't big. And every time I go MacBook, they automatically default to MacBook Pro, which is kind of weird. All right, I'm trying to look for oh, there. Stop that. And every time I go price plus shipping lowest first, I get 16,000 MacBooks with parts. Whoa. Well, that's a docking station. I thought that was that. Parts only, parts only. All right, here's, oh, that's a 2008. I had one. I don't want another old Mac. I need a new Mac, newer Mac. All right, here's one. Now, 2009, I don't want. Here's a 2011. I really want a 2012, and they're giving me all 2011. All right, here's one. MacBook Air. I don't want a MacBook Air. I want the hard drive on there. I need portability. But I don't know the difference between a MacBook Pro and a MacBook Air. I don't see it. All they're giving me is MacBook Pro. All right, here's one. Eek! MacBook Silver, 13 inches, 500 gigabytes, 2.5 gigahertz, 8 gigabytes of memory, I guess that is. High Sierra, 2017 Office. I don't need Office. It's $500. So I'm not seeing any $300 MacBooks out there. Now, I didn't know about that. I forget what I watched Luke Miani because he knows all about these MacBooks. And you can up them. after a certain point, you can't upgrade. And Apple started soldering in the CPUs and stuff. You can even switch out CPUs. I think I watched one where he took a MacBook and he puts like an i7 in it or something. He puts the CPU, the chip. So this is a MacBook. My one over there where I do not have the charger for it. I did figure out the other day it's a 2001. That cost either this one or that one cost me $300. Um, and I could put an SSD drive in here and upgrade the memory and put a new keyboard in and fix the case, but it would cost me over $1,000. I mean, I'll buy a new Mac. And the problem with the Mac keyboard problems, I mean, you don't know if the fix is going to work. Now, when I bought this, they never the CD drive didn't work, so I could pull this out of this. But again, it's coming up to money. I know how to do it, but I can't see it. I'd have to have someone help me. I can't see it close. I know how to pull the drives out here. And then I'd have to have I have a portable hard drive. I'd have to back it up, wipe everything, and start over. I can put 2 SSD drives in there, put memory in there, fix the keyboard, fix the case, and this thing would fly. But it would still be a 2009 MacBook. No point in upgrading. It's too early. I used to use Windows ME. I used to use Windows. I forget what the hell it was called. I can't keep track of Windows. XP, I think. And my big problem when I went to Mac, I could save a game I loved, Rise and Rules, the Ancient Empires. Played that game for a year. Came back from work. Saved it when I went to work. The file of my game was gone. It deleted it. That's when I said, screw you, Bill Gates. I went to Mac. That's my problem with PCs. And ME was horrible. Moroni had Windows 7 on his computer. He played Microsoft games and other games. And he didn't like it that the games other than they put these crappy games on that require you to go to a website and a lot of times pay for the game. And you can't play it unless you go to the website. And you can't delete it. They're built into the computer. So he bought a brand new PC and had Windows 10. He couldn't figure it out, and he had them wipe it and put Windows 7 up to play games. And I have the evil MB laptop in there. It's Windows 10. Other than deleting the Time Runner file and putting a picture of Art Bell on the screen, that's all I could figure out how to do. Because it's so different than what I was used to. I couldn't figure it out. I got a book on how to use Windows 10. I can't figure the book out either. And I used to have, I knew the old days, the PC. I had a 286, a 386, and a 486. Not desktop where it's up like this, where it's like this. Using the boat anchors. So, but I got rid of them all because they were taking up too much room in my closet. I should have kept them. I love old PC games. I'm no good at Call of Duty. And what's this new one? Free Fire or whatever the hell it is. Everybody's playing it. Whatever else it's called. I don't know. Thank you, Pete, man. I would love that. What is that thing? Everybody's playing this new game. I can't remember. Something Life or something. I don't know what the hell it's called, but Matthias talks about it. Trash City was a whole nother animal. I was there in Radio Shack when the Trash City came out. And then suddenly the Trash City went away when the Apple II came. So, just drop me an email. Oops, that's up there. I keep forgetting my 2 doesn't work. You can't play the prisoner with the number 2. I am not number. I am a free man. Um, Thank you for that. And I was looking on eBay. They actually had one. It's funny. It cost almost as much old as it did when it came out. They had a faster tech computer. They saw it. It was over 2 grand. A lot of this stuff is so old and almost unobtainable that the prices are outrageous. But Processor Tech had their own operating system, and they got killed by the Apple II. Yeah, well, Lisas are not cheap. And the problem with Lisa, it was a failed computer. It was the predecessor to the Mac, and it was also incredibly expensive. I watched a video on the Lisa. The guy restored the Lisa, and he said that the high-end Lisa was $13,000, which for 1970s, whatever the Lisa came out, was incredibly expensive. It's expensive today. Hell, if I had 13 grand and had all the other equipment I like, I'd go into the Apple store. Give me that Mac Pro over there. Now, if I were to get an older Mac, the one Mac I would get would be a Mac Elton. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm shocked. The one Mac I would get would be a Mac LC3 because you had an emulator card in there that ran an Apple II. It's got the drive you can run your. Of course, now you got these little zippy, whatever the hell they are. You can emulate, but I've never been able to figure out emulators. That's why I like my floppies. Reminds me of my sex life. It's floppy. Oh yeah. Kathy was talking to me about the old days when we had sex. And I said, between my sinuses and my knee, they gave me steroids, and steroids can cause loss of testosterone, which is probably why that area doesn't work anymore. So, and do me a favor. Do me a favor. Don't call me Mr. Senda. The haters use that as a pejorative. I'm just George. Just George. And no Georgia jungle jokes, please. But over there, what up there? Where up there? Hold on. Now, before Kevin's housekeeper got rid of my sock, I'll be right back. Uh-oh, I buried it somewhere. There it is. Now, one day I came home, all my stuff was in the closet, and Kathy's insane housekeeper threw away all my Apple discs. I had 10,000 Apple II discs. There's a money order I found. I lost the receipt, but I got to mail it off. And this is very good. Some of these work and some of these don't. And it's weird. Some of them work on the Apple IIe and not on the 2C. So this is my current Apple II disc. And someone said they're working on a project to actually physically copy, not like Copy 2 Plus or Locksmith, but actually physically copy the disc. Here's one. And so you can actually make a real life copy of the disc. But I've got about, and some of these discs are educational things that don't work. They're blank, and I just ordered System DOS 3.3 System Master, so I can format some of these discs that don't work. Thank you for the $1.99. Oh, I got to go in there and change. I think I changed my bank. Then I've got I can't get it to work. I know I'm doing wrong. Wizardly. And then here's the thing. I've got all these cards. Super serial card. There's the manual. Here's an old mouse pad. Keep an old mouse pad. Never know on it. Intel inside. I saw one of it, something like Demon Inside or something. Apple Tuner's Guide. You know, these go sometimes for 20 and 30 bucks on eBay. But they're hard to come by, so I don't get rid of them. Apple II System Disk User Guide. Then there's a disc in it. How'd that get? Oh, kitten. Oh. There's my Carriers of War Master Disc. See, I like old games. Within reason, I don't care what I pay for. And then this one is getting started with your Apple IIgs. I cannot get the damn menu. I've got my 2 3.5-inch disc. It will read the system disc, and then it won't read anything on the second 3.5-inch disc, and it's driving me crazy, and I don't know how to fix it. So, I've forgotten how. And I've got 4 or 5 5.25-inch floppies. So, got more manuals over there. I was going through stuff the other day and found all this. I think I just another reason I run out of room. I got a lot of stuff in here. I'll say 52. I said 52, not 97. Well, wait a minute. Well, you act like someone a little older. You get your computer references, so I'm probably wrong. See, 30 years ago, I would have given it to you in binary. But I can't remember binary anymore. I used to know all this stuff. It's terrible. And the other thing is, usually when I talk Apple IIs, I talk to guys who are like 50 and 60 and not 20. We old school, old farts, Apple II forever. Oh, yeah, all right, 24. Or maybe 2.4. Not 42, not 2. No prime numbers here, huh? Well, it's going to be hard to guess because you could be 31, 41, 21, 18, 17, 14. I once knew a 14-year-old kid who wrote games and utilities for the Apple II. He literally became a millionaire in whenever the Apple II came out. 28. No, I am not Regis Philbin. I don't know who the new broad is that running Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. We only get $500,000. They should be sued for false advertising. 18. Okay. Well, I got the 8 right. By the way, that's one of my lotto numbers. Now you need my secret. 18 is one of the lotto numbers I play. And I was really annoyed because they said in the article today, a bunch of guys, this tech company, they won't say where it is, they won't say who they are, they pooled their money. They decided to go to a liquor store. Better chance to go to a mom and pop store. They bought a $2 quick pick as one of their tickets, and they won $550 million on the Mega Millions. Yet they always say, don't pick a quick pick, you won't win. So, not that I would want $550 million, but years ago I'm sitting and I'm playing my numbers. I play the same numbers all the time, and I hit 4 out of 6. The fifth and sixth number ones are off. I would have 52 million. And they rip you off too. They hit you with 30% skimmed off the top. Now, why should the federal government get millions of dollars and I play a $1 lotto ticket? I think that's wrong. That needs to be changed. Give them a million for their tax and let the guy win the rest of his money. Well, thank you for that. Thank you for the donation. I really appreciate it. All this money will go into the fund to buy me a new MacBook. Um, and by the way, they'll pay me when it hits $100, so I'll stick it in the bank. Now, show proof. I'll show you the deposit. I have to go to AdSense and see. I think I changed my account. We'll find out if it hits $100. They write me, we can't send you the money. But my problem is seeing. I really appreciate that. Now I forgot what I was saying. uh, I told somebody in an email that I told Cindy that I'm a nice guy at heart. I don't like losing my temper, even though I have one. And she finally told me she was a she, and all this time I thought he was a he. She was a he, I mean. And she's in Finland. I was the smartest cat in Finland. And I go to he said, well, the Finns might not like you, the Europeans might like you because you're not like you because you're an American. I said, well, that's not fair. But I go into somewhere, if I know the language a little bit, I just bought a webcam, sort of, an old Apple webcam. I bought two of them. And I have my eye on the Logitech. When I get the money, I want to have a kitty cat. And work for the fact that it would shut down the internet completely and I can't sleep with a light on. I would put a Logitech camera over by my videos. You'd have nude fat man cam. So I sleep in the nude and then the internet would completely collapse. See me naked. Imagine you get up at 7 in the morning, you make your coffee, you're going to work, and you see Fat George lying there going, snoring away. I don't think you want to. I think the world's not ready for naked George Senda. But and go back to Europe. I've been to Germany. I've been to England. I know a little German. City is teaching me Finnish. It's very hard. And I said the number one thing I need to know in any language where I go is where's the bathroom? Because we get old and you take the pills for blood pressure, they make you go to the bathroom. So I don't want to hear gibing or whatever. Where's the bathroom? But I walk into some, hi, you got a nice restaurant, or I like your reindeer, or the food's really great, or first thing I'm going to walk in anywhere I say, if most countries in Europe understand English, Germany they teach English in the school, and I walk in, hi, how you doing? What's going on? How's your day? Now, if you're going to get pissed off of that because I'm an American, you got a real problem. Now, I'm not going to go to Paris because Parisians hate Parisians. They hate anybody who's not from France. And they hate anybody who's not in Paris. And I have no interest in going to Paris. Now, out in the country, they're still talking about us because we rescued them in two wars, and they're so grateful to American soldiers. That'd be 85. So, but the other problem with going to Finland is, if it's wintertime, I'm probably going to freeze. And there's city has sent me videos where there's towns where they're having problems with the reindeer poop because hundreds of reindeer are showing up. They bring horse flies in, and that's where we need to get some kind of product to kill off the horse flies. Horse flies are nasty bites. They're in the dick. I've been around horses. but I don't do well in super cold temperatures either. But reindeers are kind of neat, one at a time. I'd like to go back to Germany, but I don't think it's ever going to happen. So, and I'd like to see maybe Copenhagen and Helsinki and Oslo, Amsterdam, and definitely Arnhem. I'd like to get, if I had all the money I need, won the lotto for like $500,000 or something, I would have someone restore a duck and land at Normandy, if I could get away with it, in full combat gear of World War II, and then take the 50-cent tour of Europe, go to the Battle of the Bulge sites, and go to Germany, and then keep heading east to go to other places. And go to Arnhem and Nijmegen and Market Garden. See Sicily and Italy and North Africa. So, I'm big into history. I still have books on Caesar's commentaries and Pompey, and I'm always reading about history. Old computers. Well, the problem with getting games is you have to have the money to buy the games. When you get a disc, an SSI disc, and you're looking at Battleship that costs $60, they had software in 1970, whatever, whenever the Apple was, I don't know when the Apple came out. I know we bought one in 1984, but $1,600 for 3. And now they want $250 for the game. No, I don't do the chat show. The guy doing the chat show is supposedly homeless and got rid of his all his equipment in storage or something. And I never had the ability to call in. Now there's God, I had the name today, and now I've forgotten the name. I told Kathy the name is. There's a digital mixer, Behringer, that's it. It's about $250. And the other problem is, I would probably have to do this with that one. If I ever get it, I call up, I get a hold of Curtis Thornton. I say, let's fly you out here, or I meet you in Vegas. And I've got the new Behringer, that's another story, Behringer mixer. And I'm going to disconnect this a minute. Hold on. Disconnecting the keyboard, disconnecting USB, then disconnecting power supply. I'm going to get up, which ain't always easy. Okay. I don't know what you'll see in the camera here. There's tigers in the snow. I play that a lot. There's my old Mac poster. And, and then over here, this is for the Apple II fellow. I've not cleaned this off. There's more Apple manuals. There's my Apple IIe, and underneath on the floor is my Apple IIgs. And more 3.5-inch file boxes. And then there's Harriers at War and Tigers in the Snow, Breakthrough in the Ardennes, and not Florida. Oh, what is that? Arkanoid and Hardball. That's all the Apple games I've got now. Back to the tray table. I knew it came out in the 70s, but I'm old. I'm 66, and my memory of dates, I can tell you where Computer Connection was on California Street, where all the computer lands used to be in San Francisco, where Egghead was on Lakeshore in Oakland, because I practically lived in those places. But what day this computer came out of that one, I don't remember. I remember going to Macy's and lusting after an Apple IIe. And I finally had one. I wound up having eventually 4 Apple IIes. And 3 Apple IIs and 1 integer-based Apple. And they all got lost when I lost my storage. And it took me a long time to get an Apple IIc. Well, the problem is I have to take calls, and this is kind of a chat show, but nobody chats. What I really need is another cell phone. The complimentary free cell phone. Now I can. I'll tell you what. Peatland dropped me an email and get Google Hangouts, and you can call me on Google Hangouts, and we'll see if it works and doesn't strip the screen from me. I have Google Hangouts. Once this MacBook is fixed, I'm just iPad. I'm thinking MacBook. Oh yeah, and the name of this guy. Who the hell is this? Oh God. Here's Google Hangouts porn. How many times can you make these bleep? And this guy just blocked him. I'm getting porn Google Hangouts requests, and I don't know how to remove them. I'm getting spam. And there were two guys I used to talk on Hangouts all the time, and they went off the internet. Anyway, I have Google Hangouts, but you have to give me an invitation. You go to and ask for an invitation. There's Google Hangouts, and I'm going to talk to you on it. When I get the Behringer mixer, it's about 200 a quarter. Then I'll get a hold of Curtis Thornton and find out how much it is to fly him to Vegas. We both go to Vegas, and we sit down, and he brings his PC and shows me how to do all this recording stuff. And then I'll start to. Then the issue I have is, then I have evil trolls like Cheffis and MB and Weatherhead and Robert Robinson III call up and disrupt my chat. What I would probably do is paid chat. I'd look for pay services. They all want $75 or $100 a month or whatever. You'll try to find a paid chat where you pay me $5 per episode or something. And invitation only. And then, I know you, I trust you, I know you're not a troll, you come in and we chat. Now, I know on the PC, I know you, and I think you can do it in something on the G series, Google, whatever. I think 6 or 8 guys can be in the stream at one time, but most people don't want to show their faces and show who they are. That would be fun. Imagine we had 6 old Apple II guys get on there. Or 6 guys talking about guns or whatever. Another reason I need a car, I really need Abram to get off his butt and get his license and get a car, or when I get a car. So we go out in the car and we go elsewhere. I'm really thinking Utah. Not because I want to go to Utah, but the Utah Gun Exchange has their own channel now, thanks to YouTube's restrictions on guns. And they have a live podcast. And I want to go to events like that and ask them, how do you do this? What equipment do you use? And if you know anybody can train you how to do it. And that's what I really do. I would love to call, but I would take it so, no trolls allowed. Because I start, it gets my bile up, my stomach acid up, and I get really pissed off. And my friend, although I have issues with Area 51 drone, he said he's homeless now, and all his recording equipment is put in storage, and his ex-wife or his estranged wife, or it's disappeared. We did 3 cat boxes together, but it wasn't calling. It was us talking. And I had issues with the subject. He wanted to talk about sex and really smutty things, and I didn't like that. So keep it clean. And when I've done videos showing the games, it gets like 20 or 30 views. So I really maybe need to start an Apple retro computing slash gaming channel. And I would, if it weren't for the trolls and the haters, I would give people up my home phone number. I'd change my phone number most of the time. I'd love to talk to people on the phone, but I don't dare do it. Except Auburn has my phone number. He's the only person that has my phone number. Well, I think I'm going to end this. My back is hurting, my feet are hurting, and I'm getting tired. And I'll be back tomorrow. I hope it's not ungodly hot like it was today. Now that's weird. The mouse, the top chat thing just moved by itself. I didn't do it. Oh, shit. Firefox just disappeared. My Firefox just went away. All right, have a great night, Neptune. Thank you for doing. Appreciate it. Grasshopper phone number. Send me an email. I'm going to give you my email again. Send me an Oh, God. Now it's doing inspect element, check spelling. I don't know how to get rid of that. I got rid of that crap once on my Mac. I had to take it to the shop to get rid of this crap. And now it's doing this bookmark toolbar. I cannot type in my email. I will put it at the end of this video. Every once in a while this computer starts screwing up. It's part of Firefox, I think. I can't fix it. Oh. This is driving me crazy. That's why I need a new MacBook. It's all screwed up. All right, let's see if this does this without doing its weirdness. Oh, now it's disappearing again. The window is disappearing. Well, I got to end this, folks. This is George Senda, the guy from Pittsburgh. This is why I need a newer MacBook. This thing is also messed up. Stay wet, warm, dry, or cool as the case may be, and stay safe. And the Apple Disk 2 System Master DOS 3.3 disk is in. So I'll be showing you that. I can get my phone listed in. I can format some disk, and I can put addresses on phone lists. I used to have an address book program. I've also ordered an old program. It's not a game. Time is money. It's a variant on Quicken that allows you to keep track of your finances, your checkbook, and in the old days, I think stocks and IRA and stuff like that. A lot of these old 70s financial programs like managing your money, there's an IBM version, but finding the Apple version is almost impossible. And sitting behind me is an IBM version of Quicken, which is what I use all the time. So, but when the MacBook starts screwing up, I got to quit. That's another problem. I really need to get a clean MacBook with no photographs on it, no videos, and just do videos. And then the other problem is it stores every damn video on the hard drive. And I've had Apple Care go through for 3 hours trying to figure out where it's hiding the videos. And we really had a problem with finding the video, and it starts filling up the hard drive, which is why if I get another MacBook, I'm putting an SSD drive in. Putting a 2 terabyte SSD drive. That way it won't fill up the more videos, more hard drive space you take up, your Mac starts screwing up. There's no room for it needs so much free memory. That may be an old term. I don't know what they call it now, but this is why I need more power to keep them. All right, have a great night. Thank you for the donation. Thank you for watching. This has been fun, and I really appreciate it. And who knows, if I get to $400 or $500, I'll go buy another MacBook. And show you the deposits so nobody can claim I'm a con man. And take care. All right. Have a great night, great morning, and I'll see you tomorrow. And just call me George, Pete. Just George, not Mr. Senda. My dad was in the Army. He was Senda when he was a sergeant, but I'm just George. And I prefer it that way. All right. And if they'll let me, I forgot I cannot type the letter W. I'd be in deep trouble though on Sesame Street. They still have that on the air. I don't know. All right, that's it. Bye bye for now.